Well, I'm almost back actually to, I'm in Ohio. I'm almost back to Macedonia to pick up the kids in a few minutes and go back to Brunswick. Now, my morning started early. I originally started a video and then didn't, just because I had so much on the go this morning. I was up at 6:45 on my way into the barn. I was on the track. It's been a while. It's been a while since I trained a horse in the dark, but it wasn't quite light yet when I went on the track with Brace for Landing. I wanted to train him, make sure everything was all right. With the reinsertion, so to speak, of Drebin back into our lineup because he didn't sell yesterday. We had 5 horses to enter a date. Without knowing who would get in, we had to have them all battle ready. And that started today with Brace for Landing. So I trained him right around 7, shortly thereafter, and then had to leave to go over and go with Captain Incredible. Now, I haven't heard from the usual chirpers about Captain Incredible. Was he okay? Was he not okay? Geez, he was 5th or 6th or whatever the hell he was. Here's my take on Captain Incredible. We're trying to ascertain, is he going to be comfortable and ready enough to race in the Governor's Cup? I don't really care about the maiden at the Meadows. He will win it eventually. He'll win the Knowers at 2. He'll win whatever races we want, but it has to be on his terms. Not because he's stubborn or rude or ignorant, but because we owe it to him to do that. And I hope, I've counseled about this, and you guys know this. Even our clients that own a couple of shares that maybe have never owned a horse that expensive before, or owned a really good horse before from day one. But they really don't care what you paid for them, right? This is the same discussion, and I use Time Is on My Side because he is the exact thing we're trying to explain to everybody. There's a horse that we trained down, high expectations, got him to the races. It did not look like they were going to come to fruition. It did not look like Time Is on My Side was going to be remotely as good as we wanted him to. We castrated him, turned him out, gave him all the time, brought him back in to race. And did he race? He had a great year. And although he got beat up the other night, that wasn't his fault. That was a horse race. He's done very, very well for the barn and owes no one anything at this point. Certainly when you factor in what he's still worth right now. So when it comes to Captain Incredible, you only have to look a year to his junior and say, well, here's a good-looking, fast horse. This horse already paced 52 in his very, very short career. Last half in 54, quarters at 26 and a piece. He has lots to offer. The break last week, okay, he made a break when I went to put him in gear. Is it a discomfort thing? Is it a gait issue? Is he sore somewhere? He's had issue with his knees, but we've x-rayed them, they're fine. We got him looked at the next day after the qualifier. Dr. Stanek x-rayed, ultrasounded him, made sure there's nothing going on that we couldn't see. X-rayed what we knew was there before. Got a green light to qualify him today. Put him into qualify. Did get a little squirrely coming off the car. Took him back to last. I told you I want to be a little more conservative with him today. Last week I thought it was going to be a walkover. We were just going to go around, let him zip on the end of it. Never dawned on me he'd make a break. And I think I took that for granted, and it cost us. Put him in qualified today. Aged horses in there today. Some salty ones too. Not horses that I'm worried about him ever meeting on a battlefield somewhere, on a race somewhere. But horses that have been there and done that, speed-wise. Not where he's been. Certainly not where we hope he's going. But still, they've done okay. I saw a couple of them scream off the car. They were going right along. It was a cool day, but it was nice. The track was in decent shape. I got away last, sit mostly last, ended up second, third over, closed up hard, especially the last 16th. 28 seconds on the end of it, last half 56 a mile and 56 flat, 56 and 1. A good mile. But the answers I need about today aren't going to come today. They're going to come tomorrow. They asked him to jog him tomorrow. Tell me how he feels. Is he off a little bit left front, that ankle bothering him? Because if we're not heading in the right direction with him, we'll just turn him out. He'll win the maiden when he comes back. He doesn't need to win it next week. So we can pat ourselves on the back and say that he got a good lifetime mark as a 2-year-old. He's not a filly. It's not going to matter. So what are we going to do with our boy? Not a hard fix. I don't know why it's saying I'm 16 minutes from the school. I am maybe 8 minutes from the school, max. I think this GPS is doing some drugs. So Captain Incredible was good, but I'm reserving how good until I hear about how he is tomorrow. I was happy with Brace for Landing. We have a number of horses entered. Now, I do have one update that's a little frustrating. I was surprised. Tim said he put Patrick the Piranha in, said he trained good, entered him for Friday, rather than having to squeeze him into a qualifier, which I thought was great. Then he took me to get my car picked up at the dealership in Pennsylvania. Wasn't a whole lot wrong with it. Broke the fuel filter. Could have been a lot worse. They fixed it up nice, so thank you very much to, I think it was Wilson GMC Lotus. That's quite the combination. In Wexford. Judges called and said, Tim, somebody must have tallied, I guess, I don't know. Said, Tim, it wasn't 40, you're allowed to enter on the 45th day. Today, you did enter in the 45th day, but you entered him yesterday. Today's the 46th day, the draw day. So although he drew 7, he'll be scratched on Friday and has to qualify. Me being on my toes, I knew that Kirby was delivering Pickpocket to the Meadows. I called the race office at Northfield and said, can you do me a favor? Can you get Patrick the Piranha in to qualify Wednesday afternoon at Northfield? So they did. So although we're not going to race on Friday, 7-hole, don't really care. I've had my fill of 7 holes with Patrick the Piranha. He'll be scratched. He'll qualify tomorrow afternoon at Northfield Park. We'll get a nice little qualifier into Patrick, and then he'll race next week. Now, we have a number of horses moving around, going to Ontario, coming back from Ontario, mostly 2-year-olds going to Ontario. I told everybody that, yo, mister, listen, car, it is impossible that I am 25 minutes from the school. At what point are you going to wake up to that? It's insanity. You know what this is too? This is set for my house. Happy me. So Patrick the Piranha will qualify tomorrow. He'll race at some point. We have Yo Mister. He'll drop down a class now where he should probably win. When he gets that win back on there, right before they go to throw him into the Wolves again, we'll just pluck him right out of Ontario, and he'll race likely at the Meadows for now. We'll see how that goes. There's no gimmies. The Meadows Open is tough right now. It's not easy. So it's not like we're going from Mohawk and we're just going to come over here and clean up. Beware. Be forewarned. There's no gimmies over here either, especially in the open trot right now. They got that Benjamin horse here, a couple other killers. No cakewalks. So that's the updates for today. We had the training of Brace. He was good. We have the qualifying of Captain Incredible. I was happy with him. We have the scratch of Patrick the Piranha. Not a big deal. We'll get him qualified tomorrow. And then hopefully have some favorable draws. I'd love to see 5 entries in Dayton. I don't know if it's likely or possible, but I'd like to see 5 entries in Dayton for Friday evening. So we'll see how that plays out. We'll see how it all plays out. For right now, I'm off to pick up the kiddos. I will talk to you all very soon. Take care.